So in Oklahoma, we have a very streamlined process for evictions, and it's governed by the Landlord-Tenant Act, the Small Claims Procedures Act, and Oklahoma's Forcible Entry and Detainer statutes. A lot of our members actively manage properties on behalf of landlords, and when things are going well, there's not a huge need to worry about eviction. But if a tenant breaches their lease, such as by failing to pay rent, a property manager may need to pursue eviction in order to protect the interests of the landlord. In this video, I want to give you a brief overview of the process, but we'll be diving deeper into some of the specifics in later videos. In cases where the tenant fails to pay rent, the first step in the process is to give the tenant a pre-suit notice. This is a notice that's required by the Landlord-Tenant Act, and the amount of notice that must be given depends on the circumstances underlying the eviction. After preparing and serving a proper pre-suit notice, the next step involves retaining an attorney to file a lawsuit in small claims court. This is done by filing what's called a petition for forcible entry and detainer, which gets filed with the county court clerk in the county where the property is located. After that, the third step is to properly serve the petition on the tenant. This is a critically important step, because if the petition is not properly served, then technically personal jurisdiction does not attach, which means that the judge will not be able to enter any order for payment of back rent or for relinquishment of the premises. After that, the fourth step is for the property manager's attorney to attend a hearing in small claims court, which will be in front of a judge located in the county courthouse where the property is located. The property manager may well need to be a witness at the hearing and testify about the circumstances which ultimately led to the filing of this eviction case. If all these steps are performed correctly, and if the hearing shows that there's a valid reason for the tenant to be evicted, then the judge will enter an order which requires the tenant to leave the property. If the judge enters an order in favor of the property owner, and if the tenant still refuses to leave the property, then the final step is for the attorney to obtain a writ of execution from the judge, which orders the county sheriff to remove the tenant from the property. Again, these steps are just a general summary of what the eviction process looks like in Oklahoma, and we'll be looking at some of the particulars involved in these steps in other videos.